Hello everyone, this is Sherry with Red Apple Auctions. Thank you for joining me, where today we're going to be talking about whether or not you should print your auction item values in your catalog. It's a hot debate with a lot of committees, and the reason I bring it up is that this is tax season. We've got all people preparing their taxes, and I saw an ad on television the other day. I think it was H&R Block, but it might have been one of the other tax preparers talking about how they will guaranteed find you deductions that were overlooked by your previous tax preparer. Oof, and that got me to thinking about when I have worked with different tax preparers and how everyone seems to have their own interpretation of what's legal according to the IRS. So maybe you've had that experience as well, but I just wanted to say that because everyone has their own interpretation, which leads me to the fact that your tax preparer for your nonprofit may have a different opinion than what I'm about to share, whomever that is. You might be your accountant who kind of manages your 501c3 paperwork, or someone else. And then secondly, I am not a tax expert, so just keep that in mind. However, I do take a lot of classes, and so what I'm sharing with you is what I have learned in the classes that I've taken. It's a twofold discussion here. First, with committees, the ones who are debating the rationale of printing the item value are concerned that no one will pay over that amount if you print that into the catalog. So here's an example, Deep Creek Lake Chalet. It's a 5-day getaway. I just took a clip of this. You can see how down here they've printed the value. So committees are concerned that if you print the value like that, people will not bid above it. That's the concern of printing values in the catalog. The other concern that different committees have is that on a number of items you've got an intrinsic worth. So if you're having lunch with the mayor, the value is in the mayor, not in having the lunch. If you're headmaster for the day at your school, the value to the child is getting to be headmaster. There's no real value to it outside of just that experience itself. So people get concerned about that and they say, look, it's a zero value. We don't want to put that on there. So instead they resort to using words like priceless. My understanding is that the IRS wants nonprofits to list the value of the donations before the bidder bids. Now, this might be in the catalog, this could be on a display, a PowerPoint, whatever the case might be, but before the bidder raises their hand to bid, they need to be an informed bidder, and in order to be informed, you are to provide that value to them. The understanding that I have is that if you do not do that, and if someone is audited later, and that particular deduction is called into question, that the penalty is that the nonprofit, not the audited taxpayer, but that the nonprofit will pay the tax, the interest, and the penalty on any deduction that was unfairly taken by the taxpayer. So if you're providing information on a receipt, but not providing the value in advance of the bidder bidding, the thinking then would be that that is not ensuring that your bidders are well prepared before they bid, and unless you can prove that in fact it wasn't just on the receipt, but before they bid that they had that understanding of what the amount would be, you're going to be paying the tax, interest, and penalty on that. Now there is an advantage, I think, to putting the numbers into the catalog or somewhere before bidders bid, and that is that they're educated. I think that a number of people are underestimating the value of items. They've never been to a condo in Wyoming and don't know what it costs during high season. They've never had a 4-course meal with wine pairings and don't have a real understanding of the labor and cost of items involved in that. So by putting that into the catalog, you are making for a better informed bidder, and whereas before they might have thought it was worth $800 and you're like, no, really, this is $1,800, not $800. It gives them a better idea. Now, if you're looking for additional information, always go to irs.gov for the best information and track it down that way as well. But if you're looking for more auction information, you can get my free gift over at redappleauctions.com. It's What Sold Like Heaven in 2011. It's the top 100 items I sold for overvalue in auctions last year. It's a great tool for your procurement team meetings when you're trying to brainstorm on what to go get. I'm Sherry with Red Apple Auctions. Thanks for watching, and as always, good luck to you in your benefit auction.